Happy Monday night, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Comedy Doctors. I'm your host, Frank Licari, and this is the show where you send in your gripes, your problems, your pet peeves, and we in turn will give you awful, terrible, insanely funny advice. Sorry for the late start, guys. Not a pandemic problem, more of a Y2K problem. Happened at the beginning here, but we're on the air now. This is very exciting. It's a new year. Happy New Year, everybody. It's a time we get to, what do we get to do? We get to refresh, renew, right? It's a rebirth, reuse, recycle, whatever, all the re's. It's very exciting. We have three very funny comics here with you tonight. But before they can get started, we need your help. So if you haven't already done so, send us all your pet peeves, your problems, your rants. Give them to us either in the comments section or email them at Comedy Flow. There's all the information you already have on the page if you're watching. So this is exciting. We're in a new year. This is a very, very great chance for us to sort of let all of our problems go, because we've all got the problems. And this is a great show and a great opportunity for you guys to air them out. Very exciting. You guys want to meet who's on the show? I think you probably should meet who's on the show. So let's introduce who's on the show. Shall we, guys? Our first guest, you've seen him in Supermarket Sweep, The Late Late Show, Last Comic Standing, Comedy Central presents. I think I said Central. It should be Central. Please welcome DC Benny. Wow. There he is. Where is he? Is he fitting in? There he is. What's up, DC? How are you, sir?
How are you?
I'm here, right? We're actually rolling the show. You're coming at us from Long Island, right?
Yeah, coming from Long Island. I'm here. I got the cat. I'm sitting here. There's cactus and deer and stuff. And you guys work through the technical difficulties, so it's good.
We're trying. I'm a constant technical difficulty, but I think we're all good. We're good now. What's it like in Long Island right now? How's the pandemic treating you?
Quiet, man. It's quiet. I live. There's a lot of old people where I live, so it gets pretty quiet
right?
around.
So
I don't
so
know.
It's always quiet.
Generally, but the season's over with here. It's kind of like a beachy area, and then and so now it's just me and the old folks and the farmers. And
look at you, living on the beach. Good for you. Good for you. It's good to be you. Nice job. Way to go. All right. Well, sit tight at the beach. Let me introduce our next guest. You have seen him in I Got the Hookup, Comics Unleashed, Sister, BET's Comic View. Please welcome Tommy Chunn. Tommy!
Hey!
Oh, man. What's up, man? How are you?
I'm good, considering all things. I woke up on Saturday.
Yeah. It's an interesting time. You're in Charlotte. Is that where you're at? Is that what we said?
Yeah, I'm in Charlotte, right out in a suburb of Charlotte now. Me and my wife been living here for about 2.5 years, but I lived in LA forever. I don't know, 20 years or a while.
Wow.
But then
Do you miss it? Do you miss it?
I do. I missed the genre of LA that I cherish in a certain time and a certain place my career was in, and everything was totally auspicious. I miss that.
Good word, auspicious. Nice work. Way to use that word. That's that'll be the most proper word we use all show. That was very, very well done. Sit tight. Let me introduce our third guest. You've seen her in Deuce Bigalow, Scene of the Crime, The West Wing, I Hate My Job. Say hi to Kristi McHugh. How are you, Kristi?
Wow.
What's going on?
Credits. You forgot that I was on the Andy Griffith show.
Let me tell you something. Nobody has ever accused the producers here of being right up to the cut. This is we're just. It's like they're still using encyclopedias. Okay,
I love it.
They may not have found your last credits, but you'll get to plug them on the show. I promise. What's up? You're in Venice Beach. Is that where you said you were?
Venice Beach, California. I'm not leaving. Everybody's leaving California. I'm not leaving. I'm like Trump in the White House. I am not leaving.
So,
Not gonna
so
do
many
it.
people. So many people have left. So many people have left
Yeah,
New York too.
But it's really
Wow.
bad here. Like, it's gnarly. Nothing is open. People are not on the streets. You know it's bad when you catch your mailman. He was pounding White Claws in the bushes today. White Claws is my neighbor's cat. Actually, that's a true story.
Wow,
That's
you
actually
threw
a
that
true
one
story.
in there. That you got me there.
He was drinking White Claws. I'm like, "What's up, Brian?" He's like, "Oh."
That's funny. Well, listen. You got to be brave to be doing that kind of job in this time, right? I mean, you're basically just throwing yourself out there. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a new year, right, for all of us. Did you guys anybody make any resolutions? DC, you got any resolutions you're focusing on for the new year?
Allegedly less salt and sugar. Those are the list.
Those are serious, yeah.
It hasn't happened yet, but I'm working on it.
Well, you can't do that. Yeah, you can't do that over the holidays, right? You can't not do sugar and salt during Christmas and since Thanksgiving, really. Let's be honest.
You know what I mean? It's like, what else you're gonna eat and satisfy carnal relations.
Right.
So that's
right.
What it is to do it and be auspicious.
Yeah. That's right. You definitely want to be auspicious. There's nothing better than being a little auspicious. Tommy, what's your resolution? You got any resolutions, Tommy? Other than being auspicious?
So many issues.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to get a hip replacement.
Whoa.
Lose the 20 pounds. I lost 20 pounds this past year, like a few months ago. I mean, like 6 and I got to re-lose the 20 again. I got to stop smoking again. And I have to stop being so unfiltered. I have to start being more old and grown and distinguished, because I'm one of those people. I'm just who I am, and I'll just say what I think, and it's usually funny. But as a grown man and you get old, when you have gray hair and you say that stuff, people think you're crazy.
Yeah.
So I got to stop doing that.
Yeah, it is tough. It sucks growing up, doesn't it? And growing old and being around people that are so much younger and different eras. And it does. You gotta be careful. You can't always be you, especially if you sucks, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Kristi, so far the resolutions are quit salt, quit sugar, and get a hip replacement. I don't know what show we're doing, but tell me you have a modern sort of new agey thing you're working on. What are you doing?
I am getting rid of and staying out of contact with toxic people.
Oh, good one. Yes.
So I haven't talked to my family in a week, so it's going really well right now.
Nice job. Right. And you may want to not talk to mine either. Nice work. Yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one.
Seriously, you got to do that.
Yeah.
It infiltrates in every area of your life when you do that,
Totally does. It totally does. You're absolutely right. We're good. Kristi's staying mentally clean, right? Tommy's getting his physicalness back, getting a little bit, working on the body, working on, and DC working on the internals. Yeah. Getting a little, cleaning out the salt and the sugar. Good for you. Preventing heart attacks. It's all good stuff as we get older. Very nice. Well, what do you say? What do you say that we help some people? You guys want to do that?
Let's do it.
Yes.
And the exciting part of this show, for all of you, in case you don't know, we don't do politics, we don't do religion, and the producers don't like us to swear that much. So basically, just keep your mouth shut the entire time, and we'll just do some light reading. How about that? I'm kidding. You can't. Yeah, we're not going to do anything too political, and we're going to stay away from all that stuff. We're trying to keep our minds clear. It's a new year. We'll let all that go. Let's help our first guest. What do you think? Our first problem. Here we go. Gloria from Omaha, the one person that lives in Omaha. Call any large company, and what do you get? some computerized voice giving you instructions on what numbers to press. I'm convinced these companies simply want you to get frustrated and give up rather than pay someone to answer the damn phone. I can't deal. Gloria has a problem with the lack of customer service. She wants connection. She wants a one-on-one. She wants a real voice. DC, you ever have this issue? Call up your utility companies, your credit card companies. You get the automated thing. What, got a problem with that?
I agree with Gloria 100%. You know, I mean, even I remember we just went. We were driving on 95 and we hit a toll booth. This is prior to COVID, and my wife decided she wanted to use all our change, and so she had a bag of nickels and pennies, and we gave it to the lady to count out. And after halfway through, the lady just goes, I can't, that just make my head hurt. Just go. And that's the kind of human interaction that we need. You know, I feel Glorious. You know, you need someone to tell you that just make my head hurt. You know, so you miss the nuance of life when you get these machines telling you stuff on the phone. You need somebody to tell you that makes my head hurt, because you know all our heads were hurting when I was embarrassed at a bag of nickels. So I know what.
Of course, as you should be embarrassed. I mean, get an easy pass. What's wrong with you coming in with nickels and dimes? Come on, are they even worth anything anymore? How do you? What, I mean, you had a bag of nickels and dimes. I would have probably felt the same way.
I'm saving up for that hip replacement, man.
Gotcha. Tommy, you calling your doctor's office? You getting automated services? What, you ever have the issue? What do you think about this?
Yeah, I agree with DC Benny. I'm analog, you know, like I'm not digital. I mean, I'm learning digital, but I'm really more analog. And I like personal interaction. I really love that. Like, this is all beautiful and everything, but nothing replaces a live audience. So
I agree.
I totally agree. And I also think there's a silver lining to everything. Like, there's times when I wish my wife talked like the navigation and she only said what I needed to hear. Yeah. Because sometimes I ask her, can I talk? You know, like, okay, so can I? Okay, why can I talk? You know, and she just goes. So there's times when being specific and brief and sound bites work. But most of the time, I need human interaction. I do. And that actually is.
Yeah, agreed on that. The only thing I disagree with is that you said this was beautiful. Okay, Kristi coming on now. Up until this point, it was not beautiful. Kristi, what do you say about?
I love how he said he wanted to be more mature, and he's making all these crazy, sticking his tongue out. Come on, man.
What do you think about the
January?
What do you think about the customer service issue going on? What do you got a problem with it?
Gloria, here's the deal, Gloria. You're not gonna win this. You don't know where you're calling. You may be calling somewhere around the world, so you're gonna be frustrated. So you have to get that frustration out. So find the person that best suits to receive that frustration, and drop a bag of shit off their. Oh, I'm not supposed to swear.
You could say shit's okay.
Get the anger out is what I'm saying. You got to get the anger out, but find a well-deserving recipient. That's what I'm saying.
Gotcha. So there you go, Gloria. We hope we helped. We basically, two of us agreed with you. The other one wants you to drop a bag of shit on somebody. It might work. Listen, it sounds good. That'll clear up all your problems. Just go around dropping bags of shit.
You might get suspended. You might get suspended from school.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I have a feeling Gloria's a little older than school age, but so there you go. Enjoy. Don't worry about it. We all agree with you. It's a crazy world right now. Try to deal with it, I guess, or drop a bag of shit. Thank you, Gloria, for your first one. Good job, guys. Really nice work. Gloria. I think we helped somebody. Oh, good song. Yeah. Old school. Yeah. not as old as hip replacements, but old enough. I don't know what he's doing, but we're going to come to him.
I'm not
We're going to
trying
come to him next.
use expletives and take my filter off. So when I want to say something like over the top, and I just want to, be Tommy Chunn. If y'all, whoever really knows me knows how I am. But right now, I'm
you're keeping it in. Yeah.
My woo
Let it out, man. Let it out.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Well,
gotcha.
He's actually dropped the S-bomb. So now, I'm ready to go.
Oh man, this is gonna be a fun next half hour.
I'm gonna stay auspicious.
Please stay auspicious. Yes, please do. Let's help our next problem here. Let's see what we got. I'm about to put Tommy on the spot in a second. You'll see. This is from Harmony in Salem, Oregon. Wow, didn't know there was a Salem, Oregon. My car got stolen on Christmas. No, it gets worse. It was parked in the church parking lot where I was attending Christmas Mass. If that doesn't turn you into Scrooge, I don't know what will. Who the hell does that? Now, Harmony, first of all, sorry to hear that. That's, man, oh man, not only getting your car stolen, but getting it stolen in a holy place. Man, holy crap. Sorry to hear that. Tommy, I'm going to come to you first, but I'm going to put you on the spot because a little birdie told me that you might have a few impressions up your sleeve, and one of them might happen to be a little bit of Ice Cube, and I happen to be a fan, so I was hoping that maybe you could answer this and give the advice in as Ice Cube. That would be really great for me. I don't know if it'll entertain anybody else, but I'll find it funny. So, what do you think about getting your car stolen at a church?
You got your car stolen at church because Satan at church. The devil stole your car at church, and it was probably Friday. All right, then. I made one Friday, then I did another Friday, then I did 19 Fridays. I might do the weekend. But that's what happened to you. You got janked on a Friday at a church, and in Compton, it don't matter. Santa Claus is who stole your car. Who? All right. Then, but I used to be a gynecologist.
Did you say Santa Claus? Is that what you said?
Santa Claus stole your shit.
Okay. Gotcha.
But keeping it's a silver lining to it because his sleigh broke down and he took your car. You should be glad your car got stolen because it's a button.
Oh man, thank you for that, Tommy. Appreciate that. Didn't help her at all, but I appreciated it. Yeah, very nice. Kristi, Kristi, you ever get anything stolen? Anybody ever jack your car or?
Yes, they just stole the back off my Jeep. I don't have a Jeep window because someone stole it off my Jeep.
Is that right?
That's not right. However, what was her name? Salem girl.
Man, you're right. I forgot her name too. All I remembered was Salem lady. Sorry.
All right, so here's the deal. The baby Jesus works in mysterious ways. She needs to take inventory of what she did wrong. What did she do to deserve that?
Wow. Deep.
And maybe it will come back to her if she straightens herself out.
Deep. Wow. You went there. Kristi's talking about Jesus karma. You got hit by Jesus karma. Wow.
Well, it happened at his house. It happened at his house.
You're right. If you're coming into Jesus' home, yeah, man, deep. Wow, good one.
You're welcome.
You live in Long Island, so you've obviously either stolen something before or gotten something stolen, right?
Yeah.
So, talk to me about your experience. Come on.
Well, look, I'm recently in Long Island. I lived in Brooklyn for 20 years.
Oh,
and
even
I used
worse.
that would get broken into on a monthly basis, my Jeep. And when I say broken into, because it's a Jeep, they just unzip it, but,
right.
I would crackheads in my Jeep in the morning that, was sleeping off the crack binge, and I'd have to extract them That was a big thing. That was a big Brooklyn thing. So I feel for this lady. Additionally, my Jeep was parked. We lived across the street from a church, and people would break into my Jeep in front of the church. And once they had a nativity scene, it's an Italian neighborhood, so they had this nativity scene. Someone in the neighborhood made it. Everybody looked a little like Joe Pesci in the nativity scene, and someone stole the baby Jesus. The hate crime task force came to my door, like, if they were doing the cop talk. If you witness anything around here, any individuals of untoward nature that did not mesh with the community, someone stole the baby Jesus, and we're gonna break their balls. They said something else, but with PG-13.
Yeah,
so.
Sure.
The baby Jesus, there's a lot of crime. Here's the thing. There's a lot of crime that goes out. It happens in front of churches and in churches. And
yes, it does. Yes, it does.
So the thing is,
and only a true Italian Catholic would know that. Yes.
I'm keeping it light and easy. But I feel for that. I feel for the lady. The thing is you got to get a club and put it on there. That's that old school thing, and that still works. It boggles the mind of the because they're looking for this and that. They're not expecting a club, so get a club.
There you go.
I got a club.
There you go.
Club on it. They stole my Jeep with the club on it, and when I got the car back, the club was in it, still locked.
I just love that. I love two things about this. One, that all three of you profess to owning a Jeep, and that all of you have said broke into my Jeep. You don't break into a Jeep. Breaking into a Jeep is like breaking into a pair of Levi's. Like, there's not really a lot to break into. You just kind of, right? So maybe not the Jeep, but I have something to tell Salem. Here's the thing, right? If you go with Kristi's analogy, that maybe this is Jesus karma, you can also go the opposite way. Jesus, and this is coming from an Italian, who knows a few people that have, burned down a restaurant or two for certain reasons.
Whoa!
Right? Maybe, I'm not saying I did it. I'm a host of the show. I don't do those things. I'm saying I know people that might have done it, right?
You are hanging around the toxic people.
So maybe Jesus is helping you here. Maybe you had a crappy car, or maybe you had you have a good insurance policy, right? You get the car stolen, you get a new car. The insurance takes over. Maybe it's a great opportunity to get a new car. Merry Christmas from Santa Claus, I guess, is the right. That's the moral of that story. Trying to button it all together. That's what I try to do. I try to button everything together. All right.
His name was Rudolph.
Is that right?
Yeah, Rudolph.
Good job again, guys. Really killing it tonight. Really doing a good job. We should be paying you a lot more. Let's go to the next one. Let's help somebody else. What do we got? Oh, we got on the screen here. Barbara Hollander Benseal says, I live in a rural gated community. We had low glowing light bulbs at the gates and the clubhouse. The new board put all these bright lights in, and now I don't get a good view of the stars at night. They should move to the city. Pisses me off. Barbara, when you can live in a gated community and complain about it, that's fantastic. That is great. They put on the bright lights, Kristi. What do you say to that?
Unscrew the lights. Easy peasy.
Boom.
Right? Boom. Done. They'll get tired of screwing the light bulbs back in. Trust me.
Oh, that's the Rudy Giuliani law. Did you know that? That's the Rudy Giuliani law.
What
he used to do when he was the mayor. I'll tell you. No, This is good. This is this whole psychological thing, right? When he was the mayor, okay, back when he was sane, he not to get political, he would to get their graffiti off the trains. You know what he did? He would get them all cleaned at 2 a.m. in Queens. They'd roll back out. These guys would graffiti it, and he would have them cleaned every night until the guys went, it's a futile thing. I'm not going to do it anymore because every time I do it, it's gone. Same thing. It's the psychological thing of replacing the window in the house. If you leave it broken, more people will break windows. if you replace the window, they'll go, leave it alone. It's a waste of time. That's what I was saying. That's so not quite all Rudy Giuliani, but that mentality is what I was going for there. Does that make any sense?
Kind of.
I got something.
Sorry. I try. What's that, Tommy? What do you got?
Listen, that's not necessarily true. I lived in LA and I had my Jeep Wrangler, hard top with doors, and bright lights and low lights, and so I could see the stars. Anyway, point being, my Jeep got broken into like 13 times. It got broken into so much. They would bust my window and steal my radio or whatever they do, right? So then I'd have to buy a window and the radio. So it's like driving to Santa Ana, it'd be raining and I'd be cold. And so I just stopped locking the Jeep. I stopped locking it completely.
Yeah, you don't lock it.
Yeah, I'm like, get whatever you want, but I need my window after you're done, And so, but they didn't even check the door. They still bust the window anyway. And it just got ridiculous. So the lady is complaining she lives in a gated community. First of all, if you live in a gated community, you might, be a little, and then you're complaining about bright lights versus the low lights. So when they hire me to come change the light, you'll probably call the cops on me and say I'm breaking in, You might be that person, I don't know. You might be an old ass Karen. I'm not sure. But you sound a little, uptight with it. But I feel you. Because you had it a certain way and they came and changed it. You should just go bust the lights out and make them change them every day. And then you go bust them out again, kind of like the train. They would repaint it. Just bust it every night and see if they keep replacing.
That's what I'm saying. See? You guys you're with me. You thought I was making stuff up, but you're absolutely right. That's the mentality. DC, do you agree with that?
I think you gotta step to the problem, which is the board. Okay, you're in the board. The board's always a pain in the ass in these gated communities. Always somebody wants to do this, and so you gotta nip it in the bud. And I think the way you do that, they're gonna have the lights out there. Just stand out there naked. When the lights are out there, just stand out there naked. Look, give them a little show, and eventually they're gonna cut the lights off. That's what I'm thinking. You could put some tassels. You bring puppets.
Puppets.
And then, you don't have to worry about the lights and this. Then they'll be like, we're going to go back to the stars the way it was before. We think that's a really good idea. That's my
what strip club are you going to where the woman gets naked and has puppets? What is that, the Jeff Dunham strip club? Where you go?
No, I went a little Lower East Side, alternate, collective conscious reality there.
The strip club on Avenue Q, is that what it is, on Sesame Street?
The comedy room where people would, someone would get naked and just, a genital would pop out and there'd,
just one genital.
Well, it could be, it's segmentally, but the thing is, it won't stop, it's stop. They're going to unplug those lights, is what I'm telling you.
Right. Now, here's the thing. Here's where I might disagree with you, DC. What if Barbara goes out there naked and she looks great and everybody loves what they see? Maybe their lights will even get brighter. It might not work.
Then she's going to make more. They're going to tip her. She'll make some money. Win-win.
More leverage. She's going to have more leverage. She's going to be like, you want to see these again? Cut these lights. You can see them by starlight. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Now who's driving the bus?
Is what I'm saying.
Right. If you don't change these lights, I'm gonna give you what did you call it? Segmental genitals? Is that what you said? Segmental genitals?
Yes.
Oh God, that's great. All right. Well, that's
keeping things auspicious.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And I love her comment. Now who's driving the bus? Who's driving the bus now? Yeah, who's driving the bus?
Oh, thank you, Barbara. That was
Barbara,
great.
I think Barbara need to buy her own lights And I think that I understand the concept because when I lived out in San Diego, my friend had a house in Temecula, and they lived out in the Wine Valley area. And when you go out there, there's not a lot of street lights and stuff, so you can see every constellation and every star. And we'd sit in their pool in their jacuzzi and just look at the sky, and it was amazing. But when you go back to LA, you can't see all that stuff. So I understand what she's saying, and you might want to get a telescope and take it to another level. But Barbara, best for you. And if you dilate your eyes, get that stuff that the doctors have at the contact lens place, you might still see.
Well, there you go, Barbara. First of all, Barbara said thanks for all the advice. Barbara, just to recap, we want you to go out there naked, bust all the lights with a telescope, right? And then hope for the best. I think that's an amalgam of everything that was said.
Advice. And get some tips. That's what Kristi said. Make that money.
Make that
money,
right.
girl.
Right, and
let's
out there in the rural gated community, that you're going to see stars. Then you can make your own stars, right?
That's right. Wow, this is Barbara. You see that? You got double the advice on this one. They double the advice from everybody. Good job. She found that funny. Thank you, Barbara. Let's help somebody else. What else we got? You guys are doing great. What else we got out there? Anybody? Oh, wow. Jocelyn, remember that name, from Knoxville, Tennessee. Because listen up, I'm an exotic dancer. And up until now, no one in my family knew. Then the other night, my brother was in town and came into the club while I was working with his buddies. I was horrifically embarrassed. Now it's only a matter of time before everyone I know knows. I'm not ashamed of my job as I love it. However, I know my parents wouldn't approve, so I felt it was better to not tell them. What do I do? Wow. Baby brother, or maybe not, maybe older brother, comes into town and sees Jocelyn shaking him at the Knoxville, Tennessee strip club. Man, Kristi, you never stripped, right?
No.
Okay, all right. I didn't know if we had any experience. Tommy,
I'm not stripped.
I don't know. I knew you did. What do you do about that though? Let's okay. Hypothetically speaking, right? You're stripping, and your brother comes into the club. Wow. What do you do about that?
Oh, you got to own it. You got to go right up and make sure that he makes it rain. Come on, own it. You're already caught. What's the big deal?
Right. And he's chances are he's seen her naked before, if they're right, since a young.
And what you would do is find out who he's with. And if he's married or if he has a girlfriend, make sure that you blackmail him so he won't tell the family. You're going to make some money and it's going to be all good.
Leverage. Nice. Wow. Conniving.
Yeah,
very
absolutely.
Conniving. Nice job, AQ. Very conniving. Hey, Tommy, I got another. I'm going to put you on the spot again. You ready for this one? I also heard. Now, this might be too back in the day for the younger crowd. All right. But I appreciate this one because I grew up watching the show. I was told you also do a good Red Fox. Am I right about that?
Yeah, dummy. Let me tell you something, dummy. I said, Lamont, Lamont, your mama, listen, Lamont, your mama looked like James Brown in the face, Lamont, so I had to hit her from the back. And she gained a lot of weight, so she thought I really loved her because when I'd come to bed, I'd roll toward her, Lamont. Your mama was so fat, Lamont, I was going to rent her out as a jumper for little kids' parties. We can make a lot of different,
Oh man, it's worth it just to hear that voice, man. That is hilarious.
That's awesome.
It's a good one.
You know what?
Where you get
at a certain point, though, you realize you also start to look like him when you're doing the voice, right? Like you all of a sudden. I looked at the screen.
Shut up, Kristi.
Look.
Kristi got jokes. Listen,
I wasn't gonna say it. He said
right?
it.
He started doing it. I was like, oh my God. It's like, yeah, exactly. That's amazing.
If they bring that show back, you should totally audition.
Damn. That's like if you do a reboot.
Me and Slappy White We was in Chicago. See, Frank Sinatra is giving a big break. I have been doing Dudo Records for years with a black record company. Then Frank Sinatra crossed me over. And when I got on Frank Sinatra's label, that's when all the Italians and the white folks started to see my comedy, and I started getting booked in Vegas. Then I got Cotton Tubs to Harlem, and then eventually the Red Fox show. That was a long time ago.
I actually have audio cassettes of early Red Fox, his early routines. Fantastic stuff. I will sign off on that impression. That was fantastic. DC, I forgot what the hell we were talking about. The strip club.
We were talking about the stripper chick, and she was. I'm a whole .gov or something. Anyway, her brother walked in on her, popping, twerking at the club. That's what it was.
That's right. So thank you for that recap, Tommy Fox. DC, you ever gone into the old strip club, DC, and seen somebody you knew? Back in the day, of course, not now. Way back in the day when you were in Brooklyn.
Not for a long time. Not for a long time. I'm taking this out of the strip club for a second. And this is sort of a brother-sister thing. And every brother that I knew that had a big sister was terrified of his big sister. So I think unless this is not one of those cases, I mean, she's got to flex on him a little bit. She's got to, you got to do that big sister thing. And that fear is instilled somewhere in there. She's got some collateral. You know what I mean? So totally. I feel like now's the time to dig. You got to be a little mafia with the brother and be like, things happen. Things happen to people who rat. That could.
He's so Brooklyn. I mean, he's so Brooklyn, isn't he? I mean, it's in your. It's so in your blood. It's obvious. Everything.
I keep thinking about that Red Fox, bro. I keep thinking about that Red Fox. I'm thinking about my favorite Red Fox show. Okay, I gotta throw this in there. It has nothing to do with it. Well, actually, it might. And I'm doing the joke I can't do it in his voice, but I could do it in Schwarzenegger's voice. So it's Schwarzenegger.
Oh wow, Schwarzenegger doing a Red Fox joke. This is fantastic.
Okay. Two black guys in an apartment, smoking weed, and then they hear the police are coming. So they take the joint, and they put it in the cuckoo clock, and the police come in there, fast the joint, fast. Nothing, no, there's nothing here, go away. So the police go away, and then 12 o'clock, the cuckoo doesn't come out. 1 o'clock, the cuckoo doesn't come out. 2 in the morning, no. Finally, 3 in the morning, the door opens, all slow, and the cuckoo comes out and says, "Does anybody know what time it is?" Yeah.
That is hilarious. I love that. That's a good one. I like that. I never heard that.
This is the only show. Everybody that's listening at home, this is the only show where you are going to have an Arnold Schwarzenegger impression doing a Red Fox joke. It's never happened in the history of comedy. It will never happen again.
Period. How about Arnold Schwarzenegger doing Red Fox, doing Ice Cube?
If you work on that, you can come back next show. Christy, before I look over, do you have any impressions you want to do, Christy?
Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh, give me a Billy Bob. You got a Billy Bob?
I reckon you want to come over and have some tater fries and me. I reckon.
God, that is scary coming out of your face. Wow.
Man, I didn't know you had that in you, Christy.
Fantastic.
Hey,
do you know how many times I've called Sir I got another phone? I go through drive-thrus. Sir, is that anything else? I'm like, no, and I'm a girl. Jesus.
You do. Well, you do. You have a gravitas to your voice. It's nice. It's a very you like a gravel. It's really good.
I don't smoke. I don't do any of that bullshit. Yeah. But sorry.
No. You've already said shit before. You put a bull in front of it. It's fine. You've already said shit.
I broke the plan.
Well, Well, great. Well, I'll share with you a funny story. This is a quick one, and it's a strip club story. I was in drama college back when I was a youngin', and my friend was dating a girl. He, for his birthday, said, I said, what do you want to do? He goes, I want to go to, I'll even name the club. It's right across from the old, now the Late Show, I guess, the old Letterman show was Flash Dancers. We go into Flash Dancers, and we're sitting down, and the announcer comes out and says, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Auburn. And who walks out but his girlfriend, who was in the dance program at our school. Very awkward moment. She was a great dancer, though. Very well trained. So her whole thing was she was dancing on Broadway. So,
Auburn.
Yeah, Auburn. She was a redhead, so she went by Auburn. That wasn't her real name. I don't remember her real name. I probably shouldn't give it to you anyway. But she that was her only Broadway credit. Just so you know.
Did you tip
No, I didn't know. I tried to stay away from the whole scenario. He was a little distraught, dismayed. No, I did. I was very embarrassed for him. I felt bad. She and I dated years later, but that's.
Was she hot?
What's that?
She
was a good girl. Yeah, she was a good-looking girl. She was a dancer. Yeah, very well put together. Yeah.
So you liked it. So you wanted to tip her.
No, I would never. It's a friend's girlfriend, who, by the way, big stand-up comic in Canada now. I can't name him, but I don't want to embarrass him. But if he's listening, sorry, Petey. Anyway, yeah. And Flash Dancers, I think it's still there. There you go. There's my strip club joke. Let's help somebody else. We're doing great, guys. We're doing great. Let's help somebody else. What do we got? Oh, did I tip her? Thank you, New Dimensions. I did not. As I just said to Kristi, I did not tip her. That would be that would be breaking the bro code.
Cheap.
No. It's breaking the bro code. I left them to themselves. He had to have a little tete-a-tete with her after the dance, head-to-head, little conversation for those of you that don't speak French. So that kind of how the evening ended up. But I stayed away from it. I would never.
Did he get a free lap dance from her at least?
He did actually. That part is true.
Well, that's a good girlfriend.
Yeah. More reason to tip her. She needed the money while in college.
Good
True
job,
story,
Auburn.
Yep. Good job. I don't know. Let's move on. Let's get off the strip club. What else we got? Joel or Joel, depends how you pronounce it. North Hollywood, Cali. He recently lost a bet with a friend over a football game. He was 110% confident Clemson was going to beat Ohio State. Now I have to shave my head, he says. I'm an actor, so my head is technically job-related. Am I a bitch if I back out? Whoa, okay. Made a bet on a football game. He thought that his team was going to win. They didn't. Has to shave his head. I'll start with you, DC, because I think the hair thing is a bigger issue for the men than it is the women. For whatever reason, we're very, very conscious about having a bald head, specifically prematurely. But would you shave your head if that was the bet? Would you have done it?
You lost the bet, man. You lost the bet. It's Hollywood. Half of those actors out there got toupees and wigs and the hair implants and all that. You got to go pay, get a hat. You might have to. You might find a new side of your thespian. Oh,
good point. Yeah.
You might hit another role, man. Another role, but you lost the bet, bro. You lost the bet. You shaved the head. You got to Brando it and Apocalypse Now. You got to Kurtz, man, going up the river.
Yeah. And look what it did. Yeah.
I mean, listen, I don't want to have to tell a stripper story now because I remember the stripper story while that was going on. But here's the thing: is that I'm saying you got to shave the head, but and then do some headshots with the bald head. You got the bald head headshots, right? And then you got the hair headshots. So you keep it when you grow the hair back. You still got the bald head headshots. You might score like a Kojak remake. You never know, or Viagra commercial for the talking penis. You never know, is what I'm saying.
True. That's true. There's versatility there because whenever somebody needs a talking penis, there's so many actors you can go through, right? Look what it did for Bruce Willis. Look what it did for The Rock. You never know. Kristi, what do you think about that?
Yeah, he's gotta start going out for the chemo bits because he made a bet. He made a bet. A bet's a bet. And P.S. It's COVID time. Hollywood is shut down. Your hair is gonna grow back, weirdo. Take some vitamin B and nourish yourself. Your hair will grow back. Easy peasy.
Nourish yourself. Yeah, go nourish yourself, Joel. God, what are you thinking?
Get some wheatgrass, spirulina, protein, iron, zinc.
Man, is that what works?
Your hair will be
Spirulina?
sprouting sooner than ever.
You hear that, Joel? You go nourish yourself. Your hair will be sprouting sooner than you know it. Tommy, what do you say there? What's that?
I think, you're a bitch if you don't. You're a bitch for living in North Hollywood. You probably live near Lancaster or Barham or some shit like that. Probably live near the Ha Cafe. Anyway, no. I know you live near Universal. You're a bitch. Listen, no. No, you're good. You're good. I know you might hang out on Ventura. Bitch. Listen, no. You have to stick to the bet. It don't matter what your occupation is. Your occupation was your occupation when you made the bet, and you lost the bet. You know what I'm saying? If you have no legs and you made the bet, you had legs before you made the bet, and then your legs got chopped off, you still got to go dancing because you made the bet. And you don't have to do the bet, but in terms of being a bitch, yeah, you are if you don't. Now, sometimes that word, if we use it as an acronym, it stands for beautiful individuals that cause heart-ons or headaches. It just depends. So, but staying auspicious and stay auspicious. I'm auspicious.
Oh, God. Oh, man.
Yes, your friend is right. Especially on a college bet, on a college game, you got to shave your head. Even if you look like you got a circumcised fade, no matter what, you'll probably pick up speed when you're driving down the street. I don't know. But yeah, you need to live.
He's more of an idiot.
Yeah.
But oh.
Yeah. So, Joel, we think you're a bitch, and we think you're an idiot if you don't do it. And we got 2 penis jokes. So enjoy shaving your head.
Go to Van Nuys or something.
I say go for it, especially as an actor. I mean, why not have versatility? I agree with DC. Take the headshots, look like a penis for a little while, and then you've always got them in your repertoire, in your bag, right? And you can say, hey, look, I'll shave my head for the role. And yeah, you're right. Kristi's right. There's a pandemic going on. Nobody's working in LA anyway, so take your time. Good job, guys. I know it's 10 o'clock, but we're going to go 5 minutes later if it's okay with you guys, since we started so late. Are you cool with that? Can we do one more?
Yeah.
Is that cool? All right, we're having such a good time. I don't want to end this. Lucy, Greensboro, North Carolina. I have a really good friend who is getting way too carried away with the Botox and plastic surgery. Whoa, yeah. I love her to death, but she is ruining her face, and it's making it harder to look at her. I keep thinking she's on the path to look like a freaking cat like Joan Rivers. It's her face, not mine, but you know what I mean. Any advice? Oh, man. Yeah, this one, since we're talking about plastic surgery, I'll go to the obvious person first. Tommy, when you go in for the hip replacement, are you tempted to do a little work on the face? You ever had a willingness to change anything?
Nah, I thought I was pretty handsome. I used to look like Michael from Good younger. Then I got a little older and I started looking like Carlton from Fresh Prince. Then I was Denzel for a while. Then
you were Denzel for a while, really?
Huh?
You were Denzel for a while, really? Are you sure about that?
I had a Denzel vibe going. It was like I was like Denzel, Jamie Foxx. I was like Denzel Fox for a minute.
Gotcha.
Then I aged and things changed. But I think if I got anything done to myself, I think I would kind of become like, I had a comedian friend in LA. We're still friends, but Chang, if you guys know Chang. And I had lived with for a while. I lived with Shane in West
He's
Hollywood.
had a lot of work done.
And Shane, listen, I'm telling you, he a short, real fat black dude, really. But after the surgery, he's tall, light skin. But listen, Shane's building manager was this French lady from France, an older woman, and she had a hair lip. And he was late on his rent. We had to go by the office one day. And she had a hair lip, and she was speaking in French like, Shane, you must pay your rent. You have to pay your rent. Even in Paris, everyone pay their rent in Paris. So, you know, I think I would get like the hair lip French lady. Comment ça va? Ça va bien. Si je m'écoute. So.
Okay. Well, I'm sure. I don't know if that helped you at all, but it was funny to watch. No, that's great. It was great, Tommy. Really, we really appreciate the advice. Let me go to DC real quick. DC, what do you say? You had anybody that's done the plastic surgery in Long Island? Yeah.
Besides when I was living with Shane, he was Chunn back then, but then he.
Oh, is that right? Wow, they angled under the knife.
Saying and that it was just a thing. But Shane, the thing about plastic, I don't know what to say about it. It's like you see. I remember there was a period of time when I was selling real estate, and the ladies in the office would go away, and just they'd come back with a new face for like at the end of the summer, and they still have that pleated neck, with the looks like beef jerky, and then there's that face, and and nobody said anything, but it was like a new person in the office. It's like 1 minute you live with Shane, next minute you don't. Next minute, it's very. I mean, the thing is, people on that path, you can't do anything. The world will say something. The world will say right because you're sleeping there, you can't close your eyes because it's so tight. The world's gonna say something. So I don't know if it's a friend's job.
Right. You leave it alone. I agree with you, Kristi. You're out in LA. You got a lot of girlfriends. They doing the plastic surgery.
So when I was living with Shang,
yes,
he was shucks because he came fresh from the Midwest, and we called it shucks. No. So my neighbor, she wanted me to get up at 7 a.m. and to go to the doctor with her. And I'm like, what? It's, we're comics, we're up late. And she's like, oh, it's the plastic surgeon. I'm like, oh, I flew out of bed. You haven't seen her face. So we go, she's sitting there in the room and she's filling out her paperwork. She asked me to be her in case of emergency person.
Oh.
Is that you're insane? Comics, we are the emergency. Anyway, here's the deal. I went because I thought sometimes they do a little 2-for-1, but that girl, Lucy Liu, I think she might be a little jelly. Maybe she needs a little look inside. Are you jealous of this girl? Maybe you should support her, and maybe you'll get a little free Botox on the side, a few CCs.
Oh, wow, look at that. Yeah, a little friendly discount. That's true.
There you go.
You gotta. Yeah, I think people have different levels of self-esteem, right? Self-worth. Certain people don't like their appearance. It's their appearance, right? You gotta let them do what they want to do and support them. You're the friend. You gotta leave it alone. I agree. Wow, guys, what a tremendous job.
Tremendous.
An incredible show. Really, really good. I don't even know I'm speechless. It was an auspicious show. It really was. It was such a pleasure to have you. You guys, before we go, I want to leave you with a little plug time. So we'll start with the order. DC, you got anything coming up, or are you anywhere we can reach you? Where we want to find out about your comedy?
The real DC Benny on Instagram. That's you can do that, and then there's a free special on YouTube on the All Things Comedy YouTube channel called The Drift and Predicaments, and it's funny stories about me, Shang, and Chunn.
Oh, wow.
hanging.
Great. We'll look it up. We'll look up.
Never.
We need to get you. Yeah, we need to get you selling those specials next. No, not giving them out for free. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Let's go in order. Tommy, what do you got? Where can we find you, buddy?
Man, you can find me at Tommy Chunn. That's CHUNN, not Chong from Cheech and Chong. I have to say that Chong. And you got to put 2 N's, because if you don't, you're going to get a bunch of Asians, which is okay. But it's Tommy Chunn, and you can subscribe to my YouTube page, which I'm going to soon have my own Tommy Chunn comedy show online. That's to start. But other than that, I'm gonna be in an animated series. I'm doing voiceover for an animated feature, and we're in the process of getting it prepared and getting the contracts and everything done.
Very nice. Oh, yeah,
so I'm gonna.
that makes sense.
And other than that, I got a 1-year-old son. I mean, people don't tell their age. I'm 55, and I got a 29-year-old daughter grown in Detroit, and I got a 1-year-old brand new son. I got a young wife now, and so I got a 1-year-old. So my kids are like 27 years apart, and it's kind of so I look like his father and his father at the same time.
You had children 29 years apart?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's like, man, that is like doing time and then like getting out and shaking a guard on the way out. You know what I mean? Like you were almost there. You were almost there.
My wife is like Joe Frazier with a wig on. Like she got to have a wig. And
that is a scary visual you just gave me. I hope that's not true.
Yeah, I'm like, she's like, the movie Misery? She's like Kathy Bates.
Yeah, I know.
And Norbit. So,
well, look, there's nothing wrong with being a daddy, and congratulations on the 1-year-old. Good for you, my friend. Kristi, Kristi, where do we find you, Kristi?
You can find me at Kristi McHugh Comedian on Instagram, and Kristi McHugh on MySpace. Did I just say MySpace?
Wow. Get a hip replacement, will you?
Do you ever wonder what Tom's doing? Do
you
ever wonder what Tom's doing? Facebook. And hey, if you're watching and you're in Florida, I'm going to be there in a week, and I'll be there for 2 weeks. So I got a gig in Marco Island, but I got a lot of free time. So hook a girl up if you need some entertainment. I got 3 movies I'm working on. 3 movies. So all good to come.
Exciting. Well, good for all you guys. Pleasure having you guys on the show. We will look for you out in the intranet, into the digital sphere. I'm sure we'll be seeing more of you guys. Very exciting. Thanks, everybody at home, for watching another episode of the Comedy Doctors. We're here every Monday night, 9 p.m. most of the time, when things happen on time and we don't have glitches. So thanks for watching, everybody, and have a wonderful week. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.